Many companies, of course, turned to remote work during the pandemic, and some have decided to stick with that. That has led to some office buildings in San Francisco being left just about completely empty. KRON 4's Amanda Harry joins us live from the city about the idea to change that. Amanda.
I spoke with Assembly member Matt Haney. He says he wants to take some of this large supply of offices and turn it into housing. He says that'll help with the housing shortage and make housing more affordable. When the pandemic-related closures first began in March of 2020, office buildings that had once been filled with people became empty. More than 2.5 years later, many buildings in San Francisco still are.
It's likely that the way people work, not just in San Francisco, but all over the world, is changing permanently. We're not going to see these massive office buildings full of people in cubicles.
Assembly member and former San Francisco supervisor Matt Haney says many of the companies have announced that they'll permanently keep their employees home. He says using these buildings for housing could make all housing more affordable.
One way that we can actually increase economic development and spur our economy is by making it easier to live in San Francisco and cheaper to live in San Francisco. A lot of companies are choosing not to locate in our city because of the cost of housing.
Haney says he's working on how the state can make the process of converting the buildings easier and more affordable. He wants the state to streamline zoning guidelines and provide assistance.
We can actually provide direct support and incentives to cities and counties that want to do these conversions. The governor has talked about putting hundreds of millions of dollars forward and allowing folks to apply for these to do the conversions.
The city of Calgary, Canada, hired the architecture firm Gensler, which was founded in San Francisco, to create a system to determine which office buildings would be ideal to become homes. Gensler's project director says her team has applied their findings to San Francisco. They found that office buildings built in the 50s and 60s are good candidates.
An overall building site that has a location that has that's very walkable and located close to transit, something that has access to natural light, the shape of the building floor plate, and is it easy to plan residential units within that existing floor plate.
She believes creating more housing in the city could make the city more lively after the 9-to-5ers go home.
We see a lot of potential for this bill to really impact positively the downtown and to really help San Francisco into a more resilient future.
Haney says there is still plenty of commercial space available, and he's not concerned about running out of that if they do convert some of the offices into homes. Live in San Francisco, Amanda Harry, KRON 4 News.